Thanks everybody for coming tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah, I work at a diner. I work as a waiter at a diner, and you know, I'm always reminded constantly whenever I go to work that if I was gay, I'd be getting laid a lot more than I am now. Like, if I made the switch overnight, my sex life would go from like mild to extra, extra hot. Because I go to work and I have like male customers that hit on me on a constant basis. Got gay coworkers that aggressively hit on me. And I mean, I get frustrated because like, the women don't treat me like that. You know, and it just frustrates me because no woman ever leaves her phone number on the receipt saying, hey, call me and I'll leave you a bigger tip tomorrow. And then wink at me on the way out. Only dudes, only dudes. And it's, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, that's when it came to the realization that, you know, like, that's why Tinder is called Tinder and Grindr is called Grindr, right? Because like on Tinder, you know, men and women, we try to create a spark to see if something may or may not happen. On Grindr, guys are fucking like it's a part-time job. I mean, it's hardcore. I know guys that actually have to bust out their appointment book and schedule you. Like, okay, got you at 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7, and I get jealous. I wish I had that sex life, but I don't. But yeah, you know, you still gotta be trying to date people, and I also discovered that I can't date women who make more money than I do. I can't catch up. I can't afford it, you know? Like, I was dating this Chinese royalty type of chick, and, you know, Chinese money don't play. Like, she got like 5 cars, 3 apartments, and and it'd be cool though, because she'd be nice enough to always insist on splitting the bill. Like, oh yeah, well, no problem, we'll just split the bill. And it'll be cool, just that the problem with splitting the bill with a rich girl is that I'd often lead to me splitting my bank account in half all the time. I'm like perpetually broke, I can't keep up, you know? And I'd suggest, like, why don't we go have dinner at a fancy French restaurant? And then she'd be like, why don't we just have dinner in France? I'm like, okay, I'm in a completely different ballgame at this point, you know? Like, my gas money and her gas money are 2 completely different things. Like, I fill up my VW Jetta at the Shell, and then she fills up her jet at the airport, you know? Like, we both pay $3.75 a gallon, she just has a ton more zeros in front of it. So, yeah, we broke up, and then I'm still poor, and she's still rich. So, that's the story of that. But, yeah, you know, like I said, I work at a diner, and, you know, I just hear some questions sometimes that just keep me up. It just fucks with me that I hear from customers. You know, like my favorite one that always asks is like, yeah, Hassan, do you have a Coca-Cola or do you have Pepsi? Because if it's a Pepsi, I'll just go ahead and stick with my water. Thank you very much. I'm like, really, bitch? I'm sorry, but if you refuse to drink a Coke because it's a Pepsi rather than a Coca-Cola, you're just an asshole. A pretentious one, you know? And they'll always say some shit like, well, I can tell the difference between the initial bass notes and they vary from the foam, and I can tell the different notes, and oh shit, shut up. I already know it's bullshit, you know? And they always act like they work so hard to go to soda school to become a soda connoisseur, and they got their master's degree and shit. I give them Coca-Cola, and they say, oh wow, this Pepsi's great. And I'm like, yeah, there you go. What else do you want me to say? I shouldn't be too hard on them though. Like, myself, I drank a lot of soda as a kid. I mean, I was like obese, like fucking fat as a kid, you know? And it sucks because like you'd always get picked on at school, you know? Ah, boy titties, ah, muffin tops, you know? Like I was in such bad shape, my body had more rolls in a sushi joint, you know? It was like all over the place. But the good thing about that though, silver lining, is I was always popular with the women, you know? Like they'd always find me relatable, you know? They'd always want to come talk to me, and we'd chat about the usual, right? We'd chat about like, I don't know, like training bras. We chat about like the bus driver that felt us up that morning. We're like, yeah, stretch marks. Ooh, I was good with the stretch marks. You gotta lather up that jojoba oil, you know? Like I was on the cutting edge of stretch mark research, you know? So they were like, oh wow, he has all the answers. Fuck. Yeah, that was you gotta get it in somehow. I don't know how, but you got to. Yeah, I mean. Oh shit, what was I? Yeah, no, I mean, after that, I lost like 60 pounds and like my entire life changed, right? I started getting more attention from girls and shit, but the thing that really blew my mind was that all this time I've been living my entire life, I never knew that breathing was a silent activity, you know? I got all quiet around me all of a sudden, you know? Like, I got into a hybrid or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought everybody was breathing like audibly, you know? It just wasn't the case. So, we'll see. My name is Hassan Tazi. Thank you very much, everybody.